we'll focus on solving inequalities with variables on both sides. So let's begin. For the most part, these are going to work just the same as equations with variables on both sides, but these are inequalities, so we have a greater than, less than type symbol in between instead of an equal sign. However, other than that, it's going to play out pretty much the same way. So let's go ahead. Here we notice in example 1a, I have a y on both sides of the inequals. So I'll begin by subtracting y from both sides. This gets rid of it from the left, leaving me with 0 is less than or equal to 3y plus 18. Now I'll go ahead and isolate the y variable with it only on one side already. So take away the 18. A negative 18 is less than or equal to 3y. Divide both sides by 3, and I have negative 6 is less than or equal to y. Okay, now we can quickly go ahead and graph this. The important value being at negative 6. I mean negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. Negative 6, negative 7, negative 8. Okay, so the important value, as we said, was at negative 6, so I'm going to go ahead and circle it. It can equal negative 6 because of the equal sign underneath the inequality here, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this in to be solid. And then the y is on the greater side of the inequality, so we're saying y is greater than negative 6, so we will go ahead and draw our arrow to the right. All right, let's go ahead and practice that same thing again over here. Again, I have an m as my variable on both sides of the inequality, so I'm going to get rid of it on one side. Let's take away the 2m this time. So I'm taking away 2m. They cancel on the right-hand side, and on the left, 4m minus 2m is 2m. Take away 3 is less than 6 is what I have left on the right. I go ahead and add 3. Now to isolate the m variable, I'm left with 2m is less than 9. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. And we have m is less than 4.5. And then I can go ahead and graph it the same way I did on the previous example. Okay, let's take a look at a word problem with this. Now, as my tip to everyone out there in math land, when you're looking at a math word problem, begin by reading the last sentence to gain context. It's almost always going to be your question. So how many windows must a house have to make the total cost of the home cleaning company less expensive than power clean? So we're comparing the cost of home cleaning, company, and we want that to be less than the cost of power clean. Okay, power clean. All right, so I know the question I'm trying to answer now. It says the home cleaning company charges $312 to power wash the siding of a house plus $12 for each window. So we have $312 plus $12 for each window, so 12 times W. That needs to be less than the cost of power clean, so I will go ahead and say power clean charges $36 per window. And the price includes the siding, so there's no extra charge. We just have 36 for each window. Okay, so 36 times W. Let's solve for W, so I'll take away 12W, so I have the variable on one side. We have 312 is less than 24W. Divide by 24. All right. Divide by 24, and let's see, that gives us, let's do some mental math here, that gives us 1, and then 13, so W. So we have to have less than 13 windows, and 13 windows for the price of the home cleaning to be less. Okay. Let's go here, solve each inequality and graph the solutions. So this first one, we have to do some simplification before we can actually solve for our variable. So let's do that. I'll have to distribute the 2 inside here. So 2 times k minus 2 times 3 is 6 is less than, and on this side I've got to combine my like terms. The 6 take away 3 is just 3 plus 3k. And now let's get the variable on one side. So I'm going to take away the 2k. Take away 2k. Now, I want to bring your attention to this. A lot of people see this subtraction here and they want to add the 2k. This subtraction, or the negative, if you're thinking of it that way, is with the 6, not with the 2k. The 2k is positive, so I actually need to take away 2k to get rid of it. So these cancel. I'm left with my negative 6. You got to bring down that minus as a negative here. Is greater than 3 plus 3 minus 2 is 1, so 1k. Take away the 3, take away the 3. We get negative 9 is greater than k. Let's go ahead and graph that. Negative 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. We get 10. All right, so we have at negative 9, let's circle that. And it's strictly, k is strictly less than, it's on the less than side of negative 9, so strictly less than, so I leave it as an open circle. It's not equal to. And then k is less than, so that's going to be to the left, right? Because it's on the smaller side of the inequality, so k is less than negative 9. We have a similar thing going on over here for b, except this one, the only reason why it's a little trickier is because we have decimals. That doesn't throw much of a curve in here. It's still the same process, just use your calculator if you're not comfortable with decimals. So I begin by taking away the 0.4y so that my variable is on a single side. And that leaves me with 0.5y is greater than or equal to negative 0.5. Divide by 0.5. Divide by 0.5. And I get y is greater than or equal to negative 1. And then we could go ahead and graph that. Great. Let's do a last pairing here. So these, again, just getting a little bit more complex. Interesting solutions on this first one. Let's go ahead and solve for x. I take away 2x so that my variable is on one side. I get negative 7 is less than or equal to 5. And then, well, these cancel, and these cancel here too. So I've got negative 7 is less than or equal to 5. Well, that's always true. That's always true. So in this case, I say that there's an infinite number of solutions because x does not impact this at all. So this is always true. Okay? No worries there at all. All right, cool. Let's keep going. B, distribute the 2 inside. We get 6y minus 4 minus 4. So I distributed the 2 is greater than or equal to 3 times 2 is 6y. 3 times 7 is 21. Combine the like terms here, so I get 6y minus 8 is greater than or equal to 6y plus 21. And now to get the variable on the same side, so I subtract 6y. And we say negative 8 is greater than, and they canceled there, but they canceled here again, 21. Negative 8 is greater than or equal to 21. That's not true. No, this is absolutely not true. So we're going to say that there is no solution for this one when it is not true. It doesn't matter what I put in for y, I will not get a viable answer out of this. No solutions. All right. Good luck. Go forth and practice. Have fun.